Number 5, Allen Hurns, Dallas Cowboys. He's replacing Dez as the Cowboys' default number 1 receiver. Last year, Dez had 6 touchdowns, receiving touchdowns. Those 6 receiving touchdowns got to go to somebody. And again, Allen Hurns is the number 1 receiver for Dallas by default. But it doesn't matter. By default and by not default, he's in there. He's going to be the guy. So he's got to catch the ball now. Do you think Zeke is going to get every single touchdown? Do you think like every time the Cowboys are in the red zone, it's going to go to Zeke? You think Zeke's going to have 100 touchdowns? I don't think so. And just remember, in 2015, Allen Hurns had 1,031 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns. Yeah, let me repeat that for you. In 2015, Allen Hurns had 1,031 receiving yards and 10 touchdowns. The talent is there for Allen Hurns. The injuries in 2016 and 2017 really, really hindered Allen Hurns. But, man, the talent's there, evidenced by his breakout season in 2015. And, they also lost Jason Witten. The Cowboys also lost Jason Witten. So, there's a lot of targets up for grabs in that Dallas offense. I mean, last year alone, Dez Bryant had 132 targets. That's 132 targets just at the wide receiver position that got to go to somebody. And my guy is Allen Hurns. That's who I think majority of those targets are going to go to. 6th, Kelvin Benjamin. It's kind of the same situation as Allen Hurns in Dallas. Who else is going to steal targets from Kelvin Benjamin in that Buffalo Bills offense? Shady McCoy? Shady McCoy will get his catches, no question. But in terms of wide receivers, the target's got to go to somebody. I mean, this Bills offense is not going to be really it still will be a run-first offense because of a rookie quarterback and Josh Allen, but it's not. The Bills aren't going to have a quarterback that's a run-first quarterback like Tyrod Taylor was. So, now they're going to get more of a passer-friendly offense, and when you have a passer-friendly offense, usually a receiver benefits the most. And I think that's going to be Kelvin Benjamin. He's going to dominate the target share in Buffalo. It's not even going to be close. So if you could live with the inconsistent games in terms of not scoring a lot of touchdowns, and some games where he only gets 3 or 4 targets, that's fine. But there's going to be some games where Kelvin Benjamin gets 10 to 12 targets because there's no other target. There's no other receiver for the Bills quarterback to target. So just take that chance with Kelvin Benjamin because he's gonna have a solid season in Buffalo because there's no one else in Buffalo to have a solid season at the wide receiver position. Number 7, Jordan Matthews, New England Patriots. He killed a lot of people last year. But he was stuck in Buffalo. Again, like I just mentioned with Kelvin Benjamin, he was stuck in Buffalo with a run-first quarterback, Tyrod Taylor. Now he gets to play with Tom Brady, TB12. Last year, the Bills were 31st in pass attempts, dead last in passing yards. Yeah, it's crazy. You guys don't understand how bad the Buffalo Bills passing offense has been. Last year, 31st in pass attempts, 31st, and dead last in passing yards per game. Man. Past the Patriots, the last 3 seasons, they've been top 5 in passing yards. So, now Julian Edelman is out for 4 games. No more Brandon Cooks, who last year received 114 targets. No more Danny Amendola, who last year received 86 targets. That's 200 targets up for grabs. And remember now, he was productive in Philly. 2014, Jordan Matthews rookie year. 67 receptions, 872 yards, 8 touchdowns. 2015, 85 receptions, 997 yards, and 8 touchdowns. And then 2016, 73 receptions, 804 yards, and 3 touchdowns. So he was productive in Philly with solid quarterback play, and he went to Buffalo where there was no solid quarterback play, and his numbers suffered. But he's got to stay healthy. And he's only 25 years old, and he's playing with an elite quarterback whose top receiver is going to be out for 4 games. I'll take a chance on Jordan Matthews, no question about it. Number 8, Martavis Bryant. It was time for a change for Martavis. It's that simple. In Pittsburgh, I feel like there was too much pressure on Martavis Bryant, whether to produce or whether to keep his head on straight. He couldn't really just focus on football. Now he comes to Oakland where he can just focus on football. Nobody knows him out there in Oakland. There's no pressure on for him. He's just going to go out there and play. And I think John Gruden is going to, make sure he keeps his head on straight. He's going to get the best out of him. And remember, from 2014 to 2015 with Martavis Bryant, 21 games between those 2 years. He scored 14 touchdowns. 14 touchdowns in 21 games. the guy, Martavis Bryant, man, if nothing else, he's an elite touchdown scorer. And the Raiders could use that because Amari Cooper is a good receiver, doesn't really score touchdowns. Jordy Nelson, we don't know what he's gonna show, how healthy he's gonna be coming off a lost season. So Martavis Bryant can no question step into that role as the go-to guy for the Raiders in the red zone, as long as his head is on straight. I think John Gruden is going to make sure Martavis Bryant's head is on straight. Number 9, Kenny Golladay, Detroit Lions. As the season goes on, I think Kenny Golladay is going to slowly make his way into that number 2 receiver role for the Detroit Lions. Right now it's Marvin Jones. I think Marvin Jones is, a good receiver, but an inconsistent receiver at best, a one-trick pony. But I think Kenny Golladay, man, I think he's going to be the guy for the Detroit Lions. I think, Golden Tate is always going to be the PPR threat, the guy that gets all the catches, but I think Kenny Golladay is going to be the Lions' touchdown scorer. In the red zone, Kenny Galladay's big, man, 6'4". You're going to throw it up to him. He's going to come down and get it. You can't do that with Golden Tate, but you can do that with Kenny Golladay. Last year, in just 473 snaps with Detroit, Kenny Golladay had 28 catches, 477 yards, and 3 touchdowns. As of now, he has the number 3 receiver job, locked up. There's no competition for that job. But as the season goes on, Kenny Golladay is going to become a bigger and bigger factor. So draft him, and just be patient at first, because as the season continues and the season progresses, Kenny Golladay is going to start to get the opportunities and start to put up the numbers. And number 10, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis Colts. This kid's a freak athlete, man. If you look at his combine numbers, freak, man. Jumps, is quick, explosive. But he wasn't really utilized because, the Colts had Frank Gore, the old OG, the guy that, it's Frank Gore. You're going to give him the ball, no doubt about it. But now no more Frank Gore. It's his backfield now. And Frank Reich, the head coach for the Colts, last year in Philly, he utilized his running backs all over the formation and exclusively in the passing game. And Marlon Mack can catch the ball, no question about it. So I think Frank Reich is going to find ways to get Marlon Mack the ball in space, screens, passes out of the backfield, whatever it may be. Marlon Mack's going to be used, not only running the ball, but catching the ball as well. And who's going to be throwing the ball? Andrew Luck. So, take a chance on Marlon Mack because he is the guy in Indianapolis. He's going to get a lot of catches. He's going to get a lot of opportunities. What more can you ask for?